Yo, boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing the good old-fashioned HPAL, and yes, this is basically 2600 MMR. The funny thing is it's counting me as 2200 MMR, so I don't gain the, like, it's just dumb as a healer when you're 2K or 2100 and you're facing people that are 24 to 2700, and you don't get the MMR boost off it. So, like, you know how hard these games are just for a 2200 game, and I have to heal this. And at the end of the day, I only gain 30 rating for a 4-2 or a 5-1 or a 6-0. I gain like max 40 rating for all of that. Even though I'm like 2180 and I'm facing people that are 2600 as a healer, it's not like it's just kind of annoying how you don't get the MMR boost off of as a healer, but you do as a DPS. It's kind of just it's really unfair, honestly, and it's I can see how there's no rank one healer. There's like a few rank one healers. That's pretty much it. Like unless you were playing HPAL back when it was like super OP, it's gonna be really tough to get rank one as any healers because like they're just no healer really does healing. They do like enough healing to like 30% dampening, and then you're just kind of dead. Or the output on damage is just too much. Like if you look at the damage, it is just incredible. Like look at our damage compared to theirs. Like they're getting tripled in damage, and we don't stand a chance versus that. There's no win condition versus that. So, we instantly just, lose that one. I end up going 4-2 here because, I think we ended up getting a few lucky wins. Or actually, the last one was the last round that I have is I actually got the SP a win somehow. It's pretty crazy how I got him to win too. It was like, dude, God tier feeling. I was keeping him up like a god among men. So right now I'm like 2230 on my HPAL. It is getting rough because at this CR you're starting to face the best of the best players and you're only getting 20 CR for like a 4-2. So it's definitely not easy and it definitely can be difficult. So I give him Ore Master here so he can free cast here and I think I have to end up trinketing here. Let's see. I actually end up holding. I end up letting him use the spears and I use wings pretty much as using all my offensive or offensive healing CDs off the bat, or else I'm just gonna die. End up having to bubble because the fear bleeds are just killing me. And pretty much, that's the H-Power healing right there. You always want to tier really early, but I ended up just never getting the chance to because I'm trying to get CC. And honestly, there's no point even running blind when you have a SP. At that point, you might as well just run rep because then it breaks all the blades and it's like 20 times better. I end up bopping him here because I knew that I actually gets instantly purged because he's an enhanced shaman. So I'm trying to heal him here, and there's really just nothing I can do. Like all they have to do is kick me, and he ends up swapping. I actually end up almost dying. Thankfully, the SP all healed me, or else I would have just been toast rubbing. As you can see, I'm trying to top us both off, but I'm just having a super hard time. I had that on trinket stuns and stuff, or else I'm just gonna die. He can full fear me right now, but we end up killing him in a Hajj, so we end up getting that W. Now these are insanely difficult games for how little of the rating you get as a healer. Like I've never had to try so hard to get a win. It is just you know ridiculous how much harder it is as a healer to win games than it is as a DPS, and yet you don't gain as much as you used to. I mean, you used to when you went 6-0, you used to gain 100 points even at 2100, even at 2400, even at 2800, even at 3K. But all of a sudden for 5-1, you're gaining like 25s. Like it's rare that you're getting those big numbers unless you're lower rating. Like if you're 2K or if you have a huge MMR boost, like and I'm talking about like 400 MMR boost lead, you're not getting those type of numbers. Maybe it's because it's deflated season and nobody's actually playing the game. That's probably why it is. Because like usually by now people would already be like 3,300, but nobody's really playing. We actually end up killing the SP in the opener. I guess the enhancement just one shots them, so that's nice. And pretty much yeah. And as you can see, it bugs out here, so my teammates are on the opposite side of the thing here. So I'm like, wait, hold on a minute. I'm trying to figure out because I'm trying to text and it won't let me text and I realize that he's on the opposite side. So finally I'm able to actually say something. Actually, so I finally say go SP and we didn't even have the DH on my team, so I didn't know what talents to run and I wasn't paying attention until the gates were open. So I still don't even know what's going on and I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, well, I don't have the stuff I need, but whatever. But regardless, I do like healing. I think the problem with healing is they never want healers to be good. Like a healer needs to be enough to where it's like every healer should be like H-Pow in the beginning, like healing wise, not utility wise. I think utility wise, H-Pow definitely tops every other class. But I'm saying healing wise, every healer should be doing what HWOW did when it was insanely good. Like that was perfectly fine. And as you can see, we killed the ESP in the opener because they just one shot him again. Nothing he can do about that one. But yeah, I feel like every healer should just be insanely good. Like then people would like if you notice the queues are a lot faster because more H files are actually wanting every healer's wanting to play the game. Like people want to heal. The problem is there's just no good healers. Like you have to sit there and sweat just to get a simple win because the healing output versus damage output is just too crazy. Like it's unhealable damage. Like it's not healable damage. You just sit there and you just cannot output the healing that what they're like. There's no way he could have healed that. Like you have to use a CD there or you die. You have to preemptively use stuff or you just die instantaneously. There's just nothing. There's no more to it. Like you have to pre. This is this is twice in a row that the shaman has absolutely just one-shotted somebody, and there's nothing anybody can do about it because it takes zero point 0.5 seconds for him to do that. Like as you can see, we're all three dead, and I'm actually getting one-shotted by the shaman because he can just sit on me. So here I freed myself. I'm trying to run away. He actually might get bubble from me. I'm trying to hold, so I actually end up holding it. Thank God. I end up DR hodging him just to stop some of his burst, which is actually a bad hodge because I should have saved it for the. I could have just did it on the SP, but not really worth because you can just dispel it. And that's the thing about running blind. It's really garbage when you're playing with stuff that like because my DH basically has a blind, so I end up DR blinding him just to get that extra amount of CC. And I'll end up almost killing him here. But yeah, usually always run rep if it's just kind of worthless to run blind unless you know you don't have anything because like my druid can cyclone, my DH has an incap, he has incap fear, the priest has fear. There's just so much stuff that was, reps just the best. So we end up killing the priest here again. This priest is getting absolutely just mongoloided on, and there's not much you can do about that one. So this is where we actually end up winning this round because I'm the best healer in the game. This is why I'm the best HPL in game. This is why I am the best HPL. We all gotta admit this right now. We all gotta admit I am the best HPL in the game. Facing multi-rank 1 mama. We're facing mamas. We're facing all the rank 1s here. Look, as you can see, look at this. It's counting us as 2180 MMR, and these guys are 2600 CR. How ridiculous is that? They're all 2450 to 2600, and it's counting us as 2100 MMR. That is absolutely delusional. And that's everything wrong with this game. And that's why you can't gain rating as a healer, especially over this rating, because then you're just facing the best of the best. And yeah, sure, I can play versus those type of players, but like, it's just why I'm not. It's not like I'm playing for my rank 1 games. I'm legit playing for my 2200. So it's like it's just kind of disgusting that this never would happen on my DPS, but it happens on my healer every time. And it's actually just like I am sweating so hard to just get a simple win. Like here I had a trinket here, he ends up swapping. I'm not relying on somebody to use their buttons as a healer. I usually just try to click, and if we overlap, we overlap. You can't really rely on people to click buttons, especially this is 3 games in a row that this SP has died in the opener versus the enhancement shaman. So, definitely don't want to do that. I end up bubbling. He ends up dispersing. We end up bopping him on top of that. So we end up just overlapping everything because you either disperse high or you just die. Like, that's kind of how it goes. You cannot disperse at 10%. You have to do it at like 40 so your healer knows. Don't ever disperse unless you know 100% that you can hold it. And usually that's not the case. If you're facing a double melee, you're never able to hold disperse while your healer CC because you're dead instantly. Look how much damage he's taking. So I had to pre-sack him high because I know I'm just not going to be. I don't have any wings. I have no tier to keep him up. I got nothing. I have 0 CDs. I end up sacking him here. But as you can see, I mean, I'm just stopping the inevitable. So I'm just trying to last long enough to where the dampening gets high enough to where we can somehow win the game. Like if I can somehow just bop him, so I end up bopping him out of this. Actually, no, I end up holding it because I'm trying to heal him for as much as I can. But I know if I bop him and I give him freedom, so I end up bopping him because I know I have no extra healing. I end up tearing here, so I get the extra healing worth. He ends up trying to cyclone here. He ends up fading it. I end up hodging him off this, and I think we actually end up almost winning here. Big damn on him. But let me know if you guys like watching me play the good old-fashioned H-Foul, because if you guys do, I mean, I do enjoy playing H-Foul. It's really fun, but it's just kind of irritating when I gain 0 rating, it feels like. Especially when I'm trying, as you can see, I'm just, I'm really trying. So I end up trying to land hands on, but apparently the forbearance still is up. So I end up using land hands on top of disperse, because he uses that at 60%. So like he did the opposite of what he usually does. It's just so confusing with what he does. So whatever, and we end up actually winning the game off this. So I'm trying my hard. Like we either win the game or we lose right now. There's no, I got no more healing, but we end up taking them out right here, and that's how it goes. And as you can see, I gained 38 rating for people that are 2600 rated. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, peace.